1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, so tonight, gonna record a bit of Goat Simulator. Now, this is the first time using Game DVR on a non-Windows, non-Xbox game, which I discovered that you just cheat it by pressing Windows G or when you've got the Xbox app open. And apparently it records. So this is gonna be a little shorter video this time. It'll be interesting to see how the Game DVR works in a more intensive game, because if you look, I've got full screen turned off, because if I turn that on, I can't do anything. It says it's 1080p because that's what my monitor is anyway. Yeah, I got all the fancy stuff turned on. I got MSSA turned down low-ish, but I got physics and everything else turned on super pretty. Yeah, I'll just go classic old. Yeah, let's go classic old Goatville, and we'll go tall goat. That's alrighty. So yeah, if you guys know me pretty well, you know that I'm tomorrow, or it might be probably the next day. Rough. You might know me well enough that tomorrow I'm going into doing some of my testing for the Defense Force to see that if I'm smart enough to be in the Air Force. If you know me, a couple of you guys might know from this is just silly. I want to change my goat. Go back to main menu. I might go to a standard. Oh, okay, you actually got to go back to the main menu. Yes. Yeah, if you guys probably know me, a few would probably know me well enough that I've been talking about it for quite some time, and I've been very interested in, well, tomorrow or today or whenever you guys ever get to see this video, I would have either be doing my testing, or yeah, I'll just be doing my, let's get jetpack goat. Would have done my testing. You'll find out soon enough if I pass or not. So yeah, still a bit nervous about it really. I mean, it's sort of a bit of a big thing because it's a 6-year commitment if I decide to go. And if you guys don't know what I'm actually doing, the Defense Force is I'm actually going to be what they call a geospatial technician, which in fancy words says I make maps. In reality, that's all I do is let's say, people say we want maps of this area. Oops, I'm trying to do a flip. Oh, I forgot about the slow motion thing they added in this game. What's it? I've forgotten all the buttons. It's been that long. I have to find the key bindings options. That's the key I was looking for. Oh, I forgot about the bloody car. This game is absolutely insane. It's an absolutely fun as game. I brought this when I first heard about it. Pretty much, I went and brought this because it was absolutely just hilarious. I know everybody's played the hell out of it now, but it's a great game just to ramble to whilst you're just messing around. Really, I mean, I look for goat hand and all sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'd be going to the Defense Force. I'll be making maps, which is fun enough. A lot of people would probably think that's incredibly boring. But to me, that's actually something I'm really good at. If you ever know me long enough, I'm really good at making maps. It's just something I'm really good at doing. Don't know why, I just really am good at doing it. Oops. Apparently they're jetpacking. Stop jetpacking. Slow motion jetpacking. Oh shit, I'm still getting things. I'll see if I can go. You can't aim for the fans in this thing. But yeah, so it's actually a really interesting job, because what you do is you get told, they say, oh, we want maps of this area. We want to plan missions from this area or something. And so you do this. So you go and say, all right, then I'll grab all available satellite imagery I have. I'll analyze it. I'll do all this sort of stuff, and I'll figure out what's important. Funny enough, it actually has a really useful sort of thing. Besides being also used in an offensive capability, I'm still not used to half these controls anymore. It actually has a sort of really big use as in the disaster relief management, funnily enough, actually, because if there's a flood or something, I would go and make the maps that show the flood mapping areas, relief areas, should be carrying, and where you can, where it's safe travel, that sort of stuff. So it's sort of pretty interesting. Also, very nervous about it because it's sort of something that's pretty big. You don't every day just decide you're going to go and join the Defense Force. I mean, if you know me long enough, I sort of feel like I'm a bit obligated to almost, but I can't complain too much. Pays bills, get a pension out of it. Ooh, I'm going to get into the load testing facility. Oops, yeah. For you young ones at home, yeah, ignore that. Ignore the swearing. Oops, somehow I got myself up here. That's where I'll go. I think everyone's probably seen the testing facility before. But yeah, I mean, it should be pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, it's not a frontline job, so yes, no one's going to miss me. I'm not going to get blown up mysteriously. I'm going to be perfectly fine in a base somewhere. but it's still a cool little job to do. I'm sort of looking forward to seeing how I do. Really, I might do alright, I suppose, or if I do absolute crap and they kick me, well, so be it. You know, there's the first time for everything. I know that my sister, she went in, she applied. She didn't end up going through with it, but she applied, and on the testing phase, she got pilot level. She got about the best you can actually get in terms of the testing. She got pilot level. So I have a fair bit to live up to, really, that I'm going to turn up and, well, let's hope at least I get somewhere along the line of somewhere decent. I mean, I'm not going in as an officer, fun enough. It's only an enlisted rank, but if they reckon that I'm smart enough, maybe I might be interested in an officer position. I don't know. I don't know if I'm good at leading people. We'll just have to see. But it's an absolute, just a position, really. I just can't give up out, and, you know, being so young as I am, really. I mean, I still got plenty of life left, so I can afford to spend some time in the military for a bit anyway, and have a bit of a blast. I'll just clock this up like crazy when I land again. It'll be a huge thing. I think it's an achievement to get like a super big multiplier. We'll just see how we go anyway. Just do lots of flat spins and everything. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be up to tomorrow, or when this video uploads, it'll probably be past tense, but I'll see if I can upload it, because funnily enough, a little trick I've learned previously was uploading the videos, funnily enough, to Google Photos or to Google Drive, and then porting them over. Normally Google Photos, funnily enough, and then porting them over to YouTube. For whatever reason why, it's like a bajillion times quicker. There's a lot less processing, and I find it heaps quicker than trying to directly upload it to YouTube. It just seems to take a long time on the initial first video, and then the rest are really quick. So the way I skip it is by uploading it to Photos first, and then doing it that way. So I'm going to try my special little trick again, and I'll see if we can upload this tonight, because my internet connection is absolutely horrid. It is considered the worst thing in the world, pretty much. If you ever had to use a connection that is slow as mine, you'll be thankful if you've got a connection that's actually about 4 or 5 megabits a second, because mine averages about 2 download, and probably somewhere less than a megabit up. It is horrible. It is the worst. My 4G in my area is actually quicker than my broadband. And that's because, yeah, we're not supposed to have it. But that's another rant for another time. If any of you guys ever lived on old copper networks, you'd know what I mean, really. Oops. Damn thing. So, yeah, going back to sort of my history posts. So, remember, on my last video, I talked about, like, you know, how I got to know Vocaloid, blah, 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 blah. Now, I guess some of you are probably a bit curious on where my name came from. Now, this is funny enough. This is actually something that took me quite some time. I did a lot of head scratching. Because obviously, producer names are actually very unique items. Like, you know, you're only ever supposed to have it. No one else has it. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the bike. You can ride the bike. Oh, well, apparently I licked the bicycle instead. If I knew, oh, there it is. Apparently goats can ride bicycles. Don't ask me how, but they can ride bicycles if I don't fall off it. Oh, and I fell through the world. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, there we go. I just respawned. Oops. Oh, well. It's one of them things happens. Come on, big. Let's headbutt big. I always love how the guys in this game have generic sort of names. It's actually sort of fun. Yeah, whatever, you can go to. Have mercy. I love it when they say, I want my mummy. That's about the best thing ever. That makes me laugh the hardest when I hear them say that. I'm sure everyone's probably seen the Michael Bay, but I'll do the Michael Bay just because I really love doing it. I love doing the Michael Bay. If you ever watched a Michael Bay film, you know what they mean by the Michael Bay. Oops, I was sent to the moon. Oops, let's use some jetpack. I actually need Goat Henge, funnily enough. This is actually, I don't think this is far from Goat Henge. Hey, where's the Michael Bay? Oops. I didn't get a Michael Bay, funnily enough. Let's go on. Oh, let's see if I can get down there. Just using a jetpack is not advisable in most situations. Sometimes it's actually really helpful, and other days it is not. In this case, it was actually fairly helpful. I got back here again. Let's hit some buckets. Get out of here, buckets. Alrighty. No, I forgot headbutting trucks is absolutely awesome too. But anyway, getting back to the story. Now, how did I come across my name? Funnily enough, yep, scratching my head for ages. And being an absolute massive Miku fan of about 3/4 of you know, is I was like doing and having a bit of a scratch. Now, some of my name is partly inspired by Mikuru396 because I really liked how his name had a 39 in it, and also 39 being thank you or thank you, relating to that really awesome song that I really like as well, that I know a few other users like. You know, Drowning Blue particularly really likes it, and I gotta say, it is one hell of an awesome song. I can see why. Oops, jetpacking with the with the shelving units and everything in the way. But yeah, and I wanted to include a little reference to that song because I really liked it. But also, too, I want it to be very sort of personal as well, because Miku being my favourite and Yume meaning dream. I thought it was a really cool little thing as Dreaming Miku and then 39 as a reference to thank you or thank you. I thought it was an awesome little thing to include. So I whacked it all in there, and funny enough, no one else has got this name yet. And that's what I was sort of scratching my head about, because, you know, there's a lot of good names have been taken. And you got to really think about it. I mean, I had a couple of really cool ideas for some I never end up using. Black Winter P was another real favourite one I had. I actually sort of liked it. It sounded pretty cool, but then it almost sounded corny, and then I went, nah. And then I canned it. I went, nah, that's right. I had a couple of others that were pretty awesome that I put on the list and said I gave them away and said anybody can use them now because I didn't want them. But I have to say, out of all my other ones on the list, I had a play on, another one was a play on the PlayStation controller. I think it was Tri-Axis P or something. It was a bit of a play on the PlayStation controller for shits and giggles sort of thing. I thought, oh, let's have a bit of fun with that, really. So I did that. That was another bit of a sort of corny one I never ended up using. I was like, oh, whatever, I won't use that one. Oops, sent to the moon. Oh, there's a goat. There's a collectible on the power line. God, how am I ever going to get that? It's all the way out there. Oh, well. What's this? Oh, it must be like a speed challenge thing. I don't know. I haven't played this game in a long time. It was one of the other ones I thought about too. It must be like a multiplayer thing. No, I won't do a time trial. I can always come back to that later anyway. But yeah, so that was it was fun enough. Yeah, I spent a long time actually picking names. I know a few of you guys on Google Plus have got some pretty creative names, and I think they're actually all pretty awesome. Just missed getting owned by the hillbilly. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's all very personal. You can spend ages picking your own name. Oh, here's Goat Henge. It's up here. I love this one. I didn't get the Michael Bay for some reason. The thing broke. But yeah, you can knock the whole thing over, and you get a thing saying, I think it says F your cultural heritage. Yeah, trash the Goat Henge. And then I think there's another prompt comes up soon. Trash the Goat Henge, and I think it says F. Oh, they must have edited it. I thought I had a prompt. The second one that said F your cultural heritage or something, but oh well. So be it, it's not there. I just blew up that guy just because I could. Okay. Jetpacking. Ugh. This is, yeah, they're owned by the hillbilly. You can actually lick the hillbilly too. I still haven't figured out that the balancing thing yet. I still haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, I still haven't figured it out yet how it works. Oops, oh, I got hit by the hillbilly, but I was already ragdolling, so I didn't get the owned by the hillbilly thing. You can actually jump the car too. You can actually perfectly jump the car and miss it together. And I believe you can blow up the car as well. Ah, I just got hit. I remember someone blew it up once. I don't know how they did it, but I know they blew it up. What's it? Lick. There we go. That's what I want to lick him because I want to throw him in the combine harvester. Because there's nothing like a good combine harvester. I'm going to throw him in there. Ah, stuffed it up. Come on, lick. Lick. And oops, I got myself thrown in there instead. You can go quite some distance with the combine harvester. Go on. Up, 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 up. Oh yeah, so you can actually headbutt this guy in, I believe. I believe you can headbutt him in. Oh, yep. Oh, wait, where did he go? Oh, oh, you got munched up pretty good. How did you get up from that? In reality, you would have been turned into shredded meat. There'd be nothing left. You'd be like a thick paste everywhere else. But oh, well. Oh, I'll let the game go on that. What is that monoing thing? I keep trying to do it. Oh well, must be you press E or one of the other keys. I keep pressing lick. Oh, that's lick. And okay, just Q's just ragdoll. I don't know. I'll have to figure out that I'll have to figure out the mono thing, whatever it is, because it's pretty awesome. How did that car not blow up? Oh, there it blew up. I think there's another one. Ooh, so you can sort of use a jetpack somewhat. It actually is somewhat useful for getting to some places, and sometimes it has a habit of throwing you too far. It's just one of them things. Oh, made it into the pool anyway. What's down here? Oh, it's just a light thing. I've got all the fancy light effects and everything turned on. Stuff that up that jump. Oh, do a spin, eh? Yes, WSD and I sometimes don't agree. Oops. It's funny enough, he's actually playing pretty good. I mean, yes, I know I don't have a spectacular computer. Everyone's got much better ones, but this works a treat, really. Honestly, this PC is well and truly good enough for what I need it for anyway, which is just basic, some sort of semi-serious video editing around the 1080p mark. Just enough grunt that it can play modern 3D games on mid to high settings. That's all I really need. I mean, yes, I could have spent another 2.5 grand on another computer that was a fully worked tower, but I went, I'll just stick with portal thing. I always like how it's just called truck. It's like, yes, we're just generic. Let's just say truck instead of like giving it a fake brand or something. Well, the truck is no longer a truck, it's just a shell. I blew it up. Where's that house? Oh, it's that glass house up there. That's the one that has the beacon in it. The B with the E in brackets, beacon, that you can lick. And I believe if you drag it into the crop circle, the a UFO appears, if I remember correctly. Oh, stupid truck! Come on, come on. Let's see if I can use a jetpack to my advantage. Sort of, sort of use it to my advantage. I'm gonna mailbox. Oh, you can. Oh, the bottle rockets. I forgot about the bottle rockets. They're really fun too. You just launch yourself up into space with the bottle rockets. Oh, come on, get out of there. Get. Wall run. Oh, so you can do some parkour stuff in this game, eh? That's new. That wasn't last time I played this. That wasn't in there. That shows you how much to play. Oh, skill shot. Look at that. Took those two guys out. Airhead, but wooden box. Now I think you trash the party. I think there's a thing that says like trash the party or something. Yeah, I think you did break something. Oof. It's weird, these guys. They just come back again. Oh, yeah, here's the bottle rocket. Watch this. Let's use some of my own rocket power, too. This game is just absolutely absurd, really. It's absolutely fun little game. Let's have a quick beverage time, I think. I'm drinking actual ginger beer this time, not my quotation mark ginger beer, because, well, I got my army medical tomorrow. And because I got a medical tomorrow, you can't exactly turn up after drinking the night before. You've got to, you know, stay sober. But I tell you, if I'm after some good ginger beer, the stuff they make pretty, the Bundaberg ginger beer, it's made about 300 k's from my house, is local. Fantastic. The ginger is grown locally as well. If you ever find it in America or overseas, it's about the best ginger beer you can buy, and it doesn't cost a bucket load of cash. I'm only talking, I think the large 750ml bottles are only about, I don't know, I think they're like $4 or something. You know, they're not crazy price. So you can buy the 375ml in a 4-pack for about, they're on sale today for $5, which ain't too bad. They did make a kick-ass awesome spiced version for Christmas. That was a severely limited run, and it wasn't that popular, but I really loved it because it was spiced with cinnamon. And yeah, I have a thing for spice drinks. If you ever know me long enough, I really like spice drinks of any kind. I stuffed up the jump. I have a thing for spice drinks, and yeah, it was absolutely awesome. Absolutely, really, really liked it. I didn't too bad. Another jump on trampoline, and I landed the backflip as well all at the same time. I've seen people do runs off the slides, and they've somehow pulled off this absolutely incredible thing. Just rocket out of it. Come on. Ugh. That would have been incredible if I actually landed back on the trampoline again. There we go. I jetted myself out of the pool. I have got the demonic goat as well. I can get the demonic goat's one of the easiest one to get. I can't remember how. Oh, I think the jetpack is up on top of that skyscraper, if I remember correctly, or it's up somewhere really high. So I've collected it once before, and that's why I've got it unlocked, because I have found it. I think it's up there somewhere. Let's have a look at some of the other maps anyway. Because also this is a map everyone's very, very familiar with. What's play? It's funny that Goat MMO Simulator is actually really fun. I messed with it but didn't do too much with it. Just go Goat Queen. Italian Dinosaur Goat. Oh, okay, that's a play on the name will come back to me in a second. I've forgotten it, and I never normally forget it. What's his name? Yoshi. That's it. Yoshi. Now I remember it's Yoshi. Yeah, they'll see a play on Mario and Yoshi. I was trying to work out. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I'm like, oh, one of them like face palming moments when you suddenly realize what it is, and you go, ooh, that's really awesome. So yeah, have played this on the I've played this map on the Android game. I've done some of this map, and I've discovered like the weird goat followers, like, you know, the party followers. They're actually really fun. Holy shit, this goes up really, 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 really. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, I've discovered the party, like the follower dudes that will do nothing but follow you around. Oh, you can ride skateboards. What the hell is happening? He's like stuck in the board. Then lick on this.
Wow, such a goat.
That's actually was. It's actually in a It almost sounded like an Aussie actually did it. Oh man, this is actually. This actually works. Fortunately, I don't know how you go faster, but it works. I'm going up the half pipe. Seriously, I've never skated my entire life. Oh, once. This is just funny. This is just absolutely insane. This is actually totally fun. So lick. I don't even know how you do the mono thing. I keep accidentally doing it somehow. You must flick up on the mouse or something when you're running forward or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. It's actually a pretty fun game. Oh, I had actually a whole bunch of stuff I was going to talk about. I already talked about how my name came about, and I've already talked about my Defense Force stuff, which, mind you, I'm still very nervous about, really. I mean, it's sort of a pretty sort of big thing. What is... Is that a goat? Understatement of the century. Deserves like a meme. Like, come on. Oh, now that's called a blowing up a few cars. Oh dear. Oh man, I just missed the water. Oh, this is. I think you can jump the line into the club or something. Can you go in here? Or I know some of the. Get off. I know some of the buildings you can enter. No, okay, this one you can't. It's just one of the non-functional ones. I know there is a building. There is like a party building you can enter and go like to the top of it. Get out of here. What did I find back here? I found something back here, but I can't see it. What the hell is this? This is just weird. I'm on a fire. It just blew it all up. I don't even know what's going on. All I know is now I'm on fire. Okay, that's really cool. I'm a fiery goat now. What if you jump? Oh, okay, went out now. That was actually really cool. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to break your lovely stand there. Lick. I'm gonna lick the box. Just lick. Oh, I'm trashing this cafe. Sorry. Goat just loves to trash cafes. That goat can kill you. Headbutt Marie. This cafe no longer exists. It is destroyed. I keep getting skill shots. I must be hitting someone with stuff. Oh, jumped over a chair. I have to find where that building is that you can enter and have fun in there, because that's actually pretty good. Poor old goat's a little tired. Where is that building? I know. I'll remember it and I'll enter it. Oh, there's a... All this trash the art exhibit, eh? What the hell? Who has, like, bins as art? Oh. There's a thing up there. There's a collectible. I want it. Yes! Got it. What the hell? Wall running? How do I get the wall running thing? I think I know one of these buildings. Oops. Oops, going for a swim. Oh, at least it's actually can get out of the water fairly easily enough. Oh, it says up. There's a generic arrow that just points up. I like to find yeah, some other games I can play that are that would work with game DVR. But since I've now discovered the trick that if you run any game windowed, it works. So I'd really like to play some early Halo for you, because early Halo is probably one of my absolute favorite games. Fortunately, I don't have it installed on anything. Oh, I've got Custom Edition, which is the multiplayer version, but I don't know. I know the servers are still up for it, but honestly, not that many people play it. But it would be awesome sometime to actually play it with a few of you guys, because there's a couple of dedicated servers are still up. There's a couple of custom server ones. I mean, the days are long gone of those massive battles in Yo-Yo Island, like, you know, that really famous custom map that was super awesome. Because I can't seem to find that server anymore. It looks like it's been taken down. But, you know, there's still some good matches to be found there. You just gotta look hard for them, but Yeah, I mean, it's pretty quiet these days. I mean, you only average see about 200 people online these days. I remember, I mean, I'm talking about like sort of 4 odd years later. Oh, probably about 6 years later, you still used to be about 1,000 people online. If you're really lucky, it was about 1,000. But I mean, oh yeah, I'm talking pretty damn quiet still, even compared to today's standards. But yeah, about 1,000 people now. You're lucky to see if there's about 100. But servers still exist, so you know you can still do things. It's funny. You do air headbutt chips. Oops, you're not looking too happy. I think you can ride the Ferris wheel. I can't remember. The goat is not supposed to be there. Okay, you can ride the Ferris wheel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's actually, I mean, yes, I know this game is very crude. It wasn't supposed to be super good, but it's actually pretty decent. But anyway, just one of them things, you know. I mean, I'd put a message out earlier too saying I was going to be recording some Goat Simulator, and I had posted a couple of topics. I'm not sure if I garnered any responses, so I'll just have a quick flick whilst we were on the Ferris wheel looking at the lovely Goat City Bay, whatever it's called. I'll see if anyone's garnered any responses to my question. Well, it wasn't really a question per se, I just said I was recording. I was hoping some people might give me a few things to talk about or things they've been up to, but it seems pretty dead at the moment, I think. Since I have discovered that trick on how to record windowed apps, I might have a go at doing some MMD sort of stuff. I'll show you what I do, because I mean, funnily enough, there's actually not that many people record videos actually out there for MMD. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about it, like, you know, you see a lot of posts, a lot of stuff, but sometimes just simply seeing something is nowhere near actually watching someone do it. I mean, yes, I'm not the best. There's people out there who's almost devoted their entire livelihood to, you know, MMD, compared to me, who's only just a basic person who messes with the software. But at least I can show you some bits and pieces and how things work and how to load post data and mess with all that sort of stuff. I'm enjoying this fantastic response on my phone, which is taking an absolute age to even try and open the Google Plus app for some reason. Because yes, as you probably all know, I did buy a Sony Xperia A Feet Hatsune Miku edition, but it's locked to Docomo, which is like you know, useful as, what's a good analogy, I suppose. Is, I don't know, I suppose as good as having, I don't know, a Android device and a iOS flame war. It's like pointless. It's just like I can't do anything. I can't, because my local carrier in Australia, I mean, it is a GSM phone, because I mean, I thought it was a CDMA phone, funny enough, because it said UIM, or user identification module, which is what you call like a CDMA phone that you can actually take the thing out of, because, well, CDMA hasn't existed in Australia. So I don't know, it's been quite a few years. They canned CDMA and replaced it with 3G, which actually works pretty good. What is this thing? Boxing thing, eh? Oh, where did it go? It went somewhere. I just know it was there, now it's gone. Oh yeah, I think you can ride this thing too. The fair music's all gone all weird now too. I don't know what's with it. I don't know if I did something to the fair music, or I think you can get hit by this thing. Oh, see if I can jump in. Oh no. Come on. Okay, I thought I was stuck under it. Oh, this is too deadly. I'm gonna get out of here. This fair music's starting to get to me as well. It's a little bit annoying. Goats aren't supposed to be there. Oh, the jumping castle. This is actually really fun. I remember the jumping castle. Jump from bouncy castle to bouncy castle. Oh, I pulled off a backflip too. I have to find that building that that if you enter, you get these random follow dudes. Power overwhelming. Some batteries could spice things up. Huh, maybe did I break it? I must have broke the amusement park. Oh, there's a battery there. I don't know what you do with the battery though. I don't know where you take it. Oh, I guess maybe it's just one of them things you just carry it with you, I suppose. It's one of them strange things I don't quite understand. There's a lot of quests in this game that I have not actually seen or done. Oops, I kicked the battery instead. Oops, I kicked it. But yeah, so it's actually a pretty entertaining little fun little game. I'll show you the MMO simulator for those who actually haven't seen it yet. Main menu. Yes. I'll show you the I'll show you that because it's actually pretty interesting. I've only sort of fiddled with it. I really haven't done anything yet. Go Angel, go. Sprint, jump. Oh, okay, say run rules. Oh, so W then S to manual. Okay. And W then S to balance. Okay, that makes sense. Thank God for tooltips. I love when you read the funny little things down the bottom there too that are just really totally random. I totally don't get why this exists. I'll just show it to you because it is really awesome. Oh yeah, I'll just start with this one. I have no idea what anything does at all besides this. Just looks really strange, and I'm only guessing these are actually real people as well. Yeah, yep, it is. Yeah, not the your mum jokes seem to exist. Should I troll with them, I wonder? I wonder what I can do to troll with them. These people are a ninja. I don't know. I don't really understand why this even exists. I've got no idea on what you do or anything like that. Wish I knew something to tell them to troll. Where's Flappy Goat? If I actually don't have anything trolly to say to them, I suppose I'm not a trolly sort of person. It would be sort of interesting to mess with them, I guess, for a bit. Welcome, my brave soul. You must be the hero of the Proxy 4 tool. Yeah, I don't understand half this stuff anyway. Damn train line, yeah, I could stop him. I guess it's an epic journey awaits, eh? First, I have misplaced a fan. Very magical. Very important. Get it for me and we can start the revolution proper. Acquired a quest, humble beginnings. This is just weird. I don't quite understand why this exists, but I suppose it's pretty fun. This falls down. Oh well. I think might be time, I reckon. Probably start off. I mean, this one was definitely not as rambly, as you probably know, as my last videos I had that were incredibly rambly. This one is definitely more straightforward. I mean, I definitely didn't ramble as much as I want to, but I guess I'm just a little nervous for tomorrow, so I'm probably not in such a chatty mood. Comes to it, I'm gonna probably just end up buying the older Elgato Game Capture HD, the old one, because that supports the PS3 through component input, which bypasses all the HDCP issues I've been having. However, I also do have one of them dumb or cheap splitters coming from China. One of the ones that strip HDCP off, because that's the problem I run into. I might download an older version of Game Capture HD software, the old one, and see if it fixes anything. Otherwise, I might just try Movie Studio Platinum again, even though it's actually paid. Although I've got a new computer, so I can actually use the free trial, because I think the original, like when you use the free trials, I think they record your your motherboard like its number or something, like its serial number, because or something about your OS it records anyway, because you can uninstall and delete all traces of it and try to reinstall it, and it tells you, oh, your trial's ended, please buy. But I know that it has capture built into it, and it's actually pretty powerful software, but it's not Lightroom, it's Lightworks or something, which is that other free super powerful one. I don't think it has video capture in it, but I know it's really powerful for effects, so I might try that. So I might actually have a look at that, I suppose. I suppose that would be a wise idea, because Movie Maker is pretty good, but it can't do everything that I want it to do, like text uploads. I like text on a lot of things, which reminds me, actually, if you ever saw the last main video, I had a lot of art to cover up my super long ramble at the end. It actually gave me a question. I was actually thinking about hosting art on my videos, like the start or the end or something, and I'll put a credit to the artist, because I know some of you guys probably want a little bit of extra shout out. Yes, I know my channel is very small. I only have 35 subscribers. However, I still want to do my best to, showcase some of the up and coming artists that exist, because some of them are pretty awesome, I'll admit. I know I've spoken to quite a few of them. I know quite a few of them, and I suppose they probably don't mind a little bit of extra exposure to sort of help them along the way a bit, because I know some of you guys are super talented. So I reckon if you didn't mind, I'd love to put that as like a sort of like a starting thing or an end thing to my video, because I reckon that would be pretty cool. But of course, I only ever do it with your expressed permission, of course, because I don't want someone to go on some sort of tirade because I use their art without their express permission. That's why if you saw in the end of my last video, I only ever used my own art for that particular reason. Because if you use your own art, you can't get in trouble. That's pretty straightforward these days, isn't it? What's this?
gained grappling tongue. Uncle Fred's grappling powers. So I'm guessing that means that I can lick things and go to great. God, look at the state of this goat. Ugh, he looks like scary as now. I'm guessing that means now my tongue allows me to lick many things. A lot of pin boards, a lot of pin marks on things. Oh, now I remembered something I was going to talk about. It just came back to me then. I'll make this video a little longer. You probably saw in my post I brought the Load in the Planet book for Japan because I'm sort of still curious about it. I mean, you know, I've never been there. I know my uncle, he frequents there all the time. His wife's Japanese too, and she is totally awesome. I was going to be curious about visiting that probably. I don't know when. I have to sort of think of a lot of things and try and work things out with my schedule. Oops, want to miss the generic truck. So actually, I think it's just a big skyscraper you can enter this building. Yeah, I was sort of curious about it. I mean, honestly, because I know really nothing at all. Those Lonely Planet books are always a fantastic sort of place to start from, I seem to find. Like, I really did find some pretty useful information in there on, when I had one on Italy, and that was actually seemed pretty good. Headbutt missing name. Headbutt missing name. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a club on the roof. I finally found it. This is what I was looking for, actually. God, this goat looks scary. Now, I think you find the goat fan... Where is it? Oh yeah. Let's trash this party. Just trashing everyone. And I think if you jump on the stage... press R to party. I'll just play a dead mouse, honestly. This looks even freakier because there's a tongue poking out. He sticks his tongue out. This is just so weird. I mean, that's why you gotta love this game. It's just so strange, it's actually funny. I actually want to know what that is. More ball rockets, eh? Let's go ball rocking. So now we're partying, apparently. Just fall down because I can. Oh, there's another skateboard. Oh, it actually... Oh, you can't even jump the skateboard too. I still don't know how you totally go for... Oh, I guess you just hold. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You just hold W. Look at this. It's goat skating. Oh, okay, you press R. Oop. Lick. No, I don't want to lick it. There we go. Oh, okay, I'm licking the ground or something. Okay, now I'm not looking. I keep stuffing up the balance thing, but I'll lick the skateboard. I like how when you get on the skateboard, it's actually the party music plays. Honestly, this goat looks absolutely freaking demonically freaky as all hell. This is a really easy way of getting around town though. On the skateboard, it's super quick. I still can't remember where those party dudes are, the ones that like follow you everywhere. Because it's actually really entertaining when they do. And it's actually almost freaky that you have like these weird goat followers that just, that's all they do. Oh. I fell off it. I'm going the wrong way up the half pipe anyway. I'm supposed to go the other way. I was just having a bit of fun with it. I should go up the top of a hill and drive and jump off it. Oops. Yes, watch this goat fail spectacularly at doing it. Oh, and you've probably seen too that I activated the AdSense too on my channel as well. You know, obviously, yes, the only reason why it's there is just simply to cover the cost of my equipment. You know, the usual bits and pieces. I mean, you know, I'm not here to actually make money out of people. It's just simply just to cover my cost of my equipment. Because if you know me well, my equipment one isn't exactly cheap. I mean, I'm talking about over $1,000, and that's not including that. I still need more equipment. Like, well, I still need to. Oops, don't want to leak. I still need to to pay it off, and also too, you know, I wouldn't mind improving some bits and pieces on it too. However, for now, it does pretty good. It works pretty well. It does absolutely, you know, does everything I need to. Yes, I got the custom mixer and everything as well, which oops, went too fast off it. Somehow I'm still on a board. Explain that. Explain that. But yeah, get on the board. Now it's easy just to carry the board, funnily enough, just to carry it with me. But yeah, that's just there to cover the cost of money. I mean, at the moment, obviously it says I owe no money, which is reasonable because I only just turned it on today. However, you know, I'll be sort of curious and see how much, you know, because I've sort of figured how much a YouTuber like, you know, earns, but never really known 100%. Flip. Just ghost flips over. I've been sort of semi-curious, but I've never really known, so I'm sort of going to be curious on how much that an average YouTuber actually makes. Well, a low, you know, one only just starting though. We're sort of curious, so there's no one to flip. Ah, still on the board. Oh, okay, I was just actually stuck in the board. Still stuff on the manual thing, but I was sort of curious. So it'll be interesting. I know some people say it's half decent, but yeah, it's just a hobby, really. That's all it is to me. It's just a bit of a hobby to have a bit of fun, really. I'll probably like to do some stuff on, you know, showing you some like some of the stuff when I'm working on cars and things. I'll show you, like, you know, because I've got that old Falcon engine sitting around, the Tickford. Then I've taken the flip. It's the one that I borrowed the head off. It's the one that I took the head off for my ute. Okay, we'll ride with the broken tongue. So yeah, the one that I took the head off for, and I had it reconditioned and everything. So I can actually show the reconditioned head before I put everything together, because I think there might be an interesting video, because also my tongue's broken in the game. It'll be interesting because I can show you what I mean in terms of a lot of things I explain, because sometimes it's easier seeing it, and some of you guys would be sort of curious on, you know, how does the whole thing work? You know, what am I doing? What's so special about what I'm doing that gives my car so much extra, well, gives me a bit of extra power? And also I can show you a few little, I did have a video somewhere that I long ago deleted, I think, that showed you all the little special things about my ute being, it's a yeah, a dealer 3999 or SVO built vehicle with all this little extra little doohickeys on it that no standard ute has, like, you know, the limit slip differential, which is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, loves to do burnouts and drift all the time. If you everyone knows with the live rear axle, what that's sort of like. Yeah, if you're missing out, if you haven't driven live rear axles, and all the features, because I just realised the other day that I accidentally turned my ute into an XR6, mine being only a GLI or a base model, because now everything I have on it is XR6 spec. Like, I have the XR6 exhaust, the XR6 interior, the XR6 Tickford head when I get it fitted, which hopefully should be soon. The painted mirrors, the XR6 wheels. Yeah, I didn't mean to do it, but I happened to come across an XR6 ute that was really cheap. I mean, I'm talking $50. Took everything off it, sold the ute for $300 because I left the engine in it still, because I didn't need the engine. I was fine with the one I had. Yeah, and I ended up doing really well that deal. So nevertheless, now I have a an XR6 lookalike ute. Bar, I don't have the right front bar on it because I got a bull bar rather than the XR6 style one, and I don't have the right headlamps, because a set of XR6 headlamps, a genuine Ford set, sell for about $1,000 secondhand. They can be absolutely trashed, but they'll sell for $1,000. A set of the OE style twin lights, rubbish. I saw a rubbish set sell on eBay for $500 the other day, and I've seen an even crapper Chinese made set sell for about $400. Because they only made about in the XG, which is mine, I think they only made about 250 utes. So they're really, really rare, and because they're really rare, not many of the pair of those headlamps exist. And for that exact reason why they're worth a lot of money, because people want to turn their ute into an XR6. And, well, to me, I'm happy with mine having a bit of a sleeper look, so I'm not going to. But to the people that want them, that's why they sell for big bucks. You know, I'm talking huge, huge change. Just by the spare parts in some Falcons, oops, that was quite the jump, is actually worth heaps of money. Like, a lot of money. And sometimes a lot of things it's worth nothing at all. It just depends. So the Tickford heads, they're semi-valuable. I'm talking semi-value. I mean, not super valuable, but they're valuable enough. I mean, mine's a later EF one, which has more power over the standard early type one due to a different manifold and different ports and things in it. But yeah, there is some money to be made in the spare parts business, funny enough, at Falcons. I've bought and sold enough spare parts to sort of know that you can make a ripping good deal on some parts, and some parts you get no money at all. It just depends what it is. You just got to be semi-collectible or something that breaks all the time. One or two. Like, I've got a set of window A-pillar trims that go where, you know, if you're going to replace your windscreen, you got to take these trims out to get to the seals behind the glass, so you know, remove the seals and everything. Yeah. Those unbroken sell for about $120 a pop, and my dad found me a set of unbroken ones on eBay because they break, because they're really brittle plastic, and especially Have you ever known Australians UV? We have some of the worst UV light in all of the entire world, except for the hole in the ozone layer, because of that reason. So yeah, they just go brutal, and when people replace the windows, they just over tighten them and crack them. So mine were cracked on my ute initially because someone had replaced the windscreen beforehand. But yeah, I managed to find my dad found me a set of unbroken ones. Oh, geez, we've got a bit of a crash happening. Oh, there we go. You managed to find a set of unbroken ones, and we put them in, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Oh, and I would like to do a video explaining the engineering I have to do, or my dad will have to do for the. Geez, look at them, please. Light effects. Looks awesome. I have to show the light effect, the seat in the engineering to get the seat to fit, because yeah, the seats are totally different between the XH ute, which I took the seats out of, and the XG utes. Doing a bum drag. They're just just different enough that the feet are different. So I'll have to show you. Go away. I'll have to show you the differences and how we're gonna have to engineer them, and make them fit the ute. So yeah, I was hoping for the bolt-in replacement. That was the day I took those pictures and I showed you my new awesome as seats, which look like Recaro clones, funnily enough, from like a XR2 or something, but they're just original Ford made by Henderson in Australia. But funny enough, they look like the Recaro seats actually. I just got the different headrests on them, but it looks funny enough like hell lot like the Recaros from an XR2, but they're just the standard Ford seat, just with a deeper bucket on them. Yeah, I'll have to show the engineering I'm gonna have to do behind that to get them to fit. Because yeah, obviously they weren't meant to fit XGs, even though they came. Well, I guess they came out of an XH. They came out of a Ute 2 years later than mine. So even though they're funny enough, the floor pan is the same. The whole turret section, the roof, the roof's actually curved, but the turret section is all the same as my Ute. Also, the floor just changed a little bit, or they had different brackets or something on it, so it doesn't quite fit, which is sort of really, really irritating. So, because normally spare parts from XD, which is 79. All the way up to XH, quite a few are interchangeable, but not all. Some are different, like doors from XD to XF don't fit XGs because of the slightly different door mechanisms. XD to XFs, which is 3 series, they had a two-piece door mechanism where the XG is just a one-piece mechanism and it sits on the outside like a modern sort of car door. And because it's a one-piece rather than a two-piece, the holes are just a little different. The way it mounts is just a little different. So the door shape and skin and everything is the same. Just a different enough that they don't fit. It's like things like that. But the tow bars between 79 to 98, which is XD to XH, fit. They fit this. They're all the same. The tongues themselves, anyway. I mean, the bars themselves, like the bracket mounts, are a little different because I've got a XH style rear bar. It's a little different. Just things like that. There's subtle differences. But a lot of the stuff is interchangeable, like the dash pads and everything between those eras are sort of almost the same. It's just little things, but it makes buying parts, like in terms of mechanical parts anyway, really easy because the suspension didn't change since the XA, and that's, you're talking in early 70s. So a lot of the suspension stuff's the same between all the models. And also means that you can buy a lot of the performance sedan stuff for utes as well because it all exists for sedans, which is pretty useful. But yeah, just subtle differences, which is a little bit irritating. Just enough to irritate you when you try and buy something. Like I brought XF door handles thinking they'd fit an XG. Just different enough that they don't fit. Nevertheless, they actually turned out alright because they fitted the panel van, so I'm not complaining too much about that really. And I mean, they only cost me like $40 and they ended up fitting the panel van, so I sort of didn't do too bad in the end. But it would have been nice that if I brought them initially, they fitted. But yeah, things like that. I mean, that's with any car. But yeah. So again, starting a bit of a long video, I think this one I might call it quits and gets about an hour or so because I don't know how you people like engaging watching my longer videos and watching me ramble all the time. Oh yeah, and I will talk about collab projects with other people. I know Luca Magurine V4X on G+. I know there's quite actually a few of you with the same name, but she was wanting to do a project with me relating to producer stuff, which I'm all totally for. A couple of other guys I've mentioned, I'm curious, and they've said they'd support an idea of some projects working together, being on YouTube, whether like it be multiplayer gameplay over Skype or something like that, or I don't know. We're still thinking of many things at the moment. You know, it's all still new to me at the moment. I mean, I did YouTube quite some time ago, but with really, really average equipment. And now I've got the pro style equipment that it's obviously really going to help my video views because when you got really average equipment, no one watches your videos because it's just too hard. It's just too painful. But now that I can record half decent videos with decent audio to match them, that sort of stuff is actually really good. But yes, I'll be very interested in collab projects. I know a couple of guys want to do a few songs together, which, yes, I mean, I'd certainly love to do that. I mean, you know, I'm all about the Vocaloid community working together with one another, because that's just what we should be doing, really. Oh, this actually looks interesting. Sorry, I'm just hoping you love making. You can have sexy time somewhere else. But yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to that idea, because I think that's a really cool idea, is to like sort of, you know, build a fan base, and, you know, or build people that are actually going to watch your stuff if, you know, you're going to work with them, and, you know, work with cool stuff. I mean, that's the whole point, I think. So I'm certainly looking forward to doing stuff like that. And I think that would just be awesome. Also, yeah, it'll take some time to get used to all the software and everything, but I might upload a small demo video. Maybe I might record a quick little one of me just messing with the software. I've yet to buy the real version, but I'll show you the version I've got at the moment, just for shits and giggles. Because yeah, when I actually go professionally release a song, of course I'm going to go and buy the real software. Probably V4, I suppose, because that's probably by the time it comes out, it'll be V4. I wonder if you can ride the boat. On the boat. Can you drive the boat? Okay, the boat's just here, because it is a headbutt glass. Just jump off the boat, I suppose, anyway. Something else we're going to talk about too. It's just escaped my mind again, like everything is these days. I get too rambly. I think of one thing and then it goes bam out the other ear, and I totally forget about it. But I don't even think I even forgot to. Oh yeah, I think I introduced myself. Oh well, everyone knows me anyway. I'm starting to gain a bit of popularity, I suppose. Everyone's starting to know who I am because I chat to a lot of people anyway. I suppose I should probably do something or other significant when I hit the good old 3,000 followers mark. I mean, you know, there's a hell of a lot of people on Google Plus. I mean, even though that they're removed Google Plus integration now from YouTube, everyone's like, "Oh, OMG, Google Plus is going to die." It's still only got still has about 10 million registered active users, so it's still enough. They'll probably leave it around. And if they don't, well, my Twitter link's anyway down the bottom. I don't use it much at the moment, but my Twitter link is there if you ever need me. I do have a couple of other Twitter accounts, but I only use that. Oh, I do have Line as well, but I don't really use Line that much, really. It's just there because I wanted to buy the theme, which looked really awesome, which is the Hatsune Miku theme. That's pretty much the only reason why I brought it. It just looked awesome. Don't know what this mysterious thing is, or this must have been stuff I blew up earlier, I'm guessing. Yeah, headbutt tank. Just flip the tank over. Oh, I didn't show the train diversion thing I can do in the other map. It's actually really cool. What does something do with that helicopter? I wonder if you can land on it, or you can jump on the helicopter, which is pretty interesting. Oh, cement mixers. Something tells me you can jump in these. Oh, okay, they just flick you. I was hoping that they'd give you a bit more of a spin. Give me a bit, throw you around everywhere. Oh, somehow I'm still on top of the damn wall. Goodbye, barrel. Go have a swim. Oh, come on. You can go in there too. Go on. In you get. In you get. Have a swim, barrel. Oh, come on. You can fall off. Not having much luck with the barrels. Oops. Oh, somehow I still stayed on. Oh, I see lots of fun in this little place. Nope. Okay, I didn't get sent skyward. I was hoping to get blown away, but so it didn't. What's this dude just dancing on the end, eh? I'll show you what it's like to dance. See you later. Bye-bye. Go have a bit of a swim. This is just a strange game. Oh, yes. More explodey bits. Nope. Oh, I went flying. Oh, so absolutely went sailing. Oh, I wonder if internet's actually going to work for me now. Because, yeah, my wireless is pretty horrible. Okay, my wireless did drop out. Which is, to be fair enough, I'm all in the back room. So I'm not surprised that it dropped out. Because I have really... I got reconnected again. My wireless is absolutely... It's a bit difficult when I get really far away from my router. Okay, it's loading. Phone's being weird again. It's like combining two. For a reason why I had posted a picture that I did not post. Call that strange, I suppose. For a reason why I stuck a random picture in my post that I didn't want to, so I'll just remove that picture from my post, which some of you probably would have already seen, I suppose. Yeah, well, it's one of them shit happens things, I guess. I don't know why there's a random picture there, or if it's my phone's going weird and it's combining two posts together. Oh, I got no idea. Oh well. If I has to report message saying free up some storage, which I only got 120 gigabyte SSD for my OS, and I've got a couple of games installed on it because I wanted to try them out. Like Goat Simulator is on my SSD. That's why it's actually pretty damn quick. But yeah, that's why I've got to fix that PC storage message. I just got to go through and uninstall a few junk programs that, a bit of bloatware that Asus fits on the computers from stock. Which, I mean, there's actually not really that much bloatware on this computer. It's actually pretty good. There's a couple, like a PDF reader and some stuff. I mean, a couple of Asus apps, which some are required, like the swipe driver for the touchpad, which Asus thankfully updated a couple of days ago. So now I have my full touch gestures back again for my full swipe gestures back for Windows 10. Because when you don't have them, life is very, very, very frustrating. And I'm fairly for you early Windows 10 upgraders would know how annoying it is not having swipe gestures. Especially when you want to scroll, multi-finger scroll, it doesn't exist anymore. You got to use the arrow keys and all sorts of stuff. But at least they fixed it again, which is absolutely cool. More explodey bottles. But yeah, I should have probably mentioned about too Windows 10 because I upgraded to it. Overall, I've been pretty satisfied with it now. That the only bugs I had with it was probably the touchpad driver and that I can't capture many videos using my external capture device at the moment. However, that'll probably fix soon enough. So it's just a matter of just playing the waiting game. Oh, there's actually a collectible back here. So it's just a matter of playing the waiting game at the moment. Got it. 3-31. But yeah, it's just a matter of playing the waiting game at the moment, it seems, for things to be fixed. But overall, Windows 10, worth the upgrade. Worth that there's a start menu again, not a start screen. And they finally fixed the settings and control panel thing. Windows 8.1, the settings app, totally absolute junk. Not even worth. It was total junk. It was just didn't work at all. I used to always go back to control panel because I was so used to control panel and it actually worked. It was in a logical, sensible order. Settings now is being grouped back into categories that are pretty decent. It works pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it that they fixed that. That was probably the major gripe I had was the friggin' settings and the settings and control panel apps and the start screen rather than the start menu, which I know you could change it, but I just liked it out of the box that, now that it's a start menu, but it can be a start screen if I so choose it. That's what I like. It's switchable. I haven't had any major performance issues. I know a few guys had a couple of it was stuck in a boot loop. I've never had any of that sort of issue. Mine has been pretty solid, really. I mean, boots up really quick, pretty secure. No issues with it. Performance is pretty satisfactory because, Windows 10 supports DirectX 12, which if you obviously this only runs as DirectX 9, but any DirectX 12 games will run pretty damn good on this sort of system where it's not on Windows 8.1, I believe, which is a pretty useful little thing for upgrading, is to think about the DirectX capability. I wonder if we get an armchair in the what if we get an armchair in the lift? Bugger, bounced out. I was having to get an armchair in the lift. That'd be pretty funny if you can take an armchair with you. I might be able to. Oh, it bounced out again. Come on, in you get. Yes. Oh, yep, I sent a chair up the lift. Someone's gonna go, there's a chair in the lift. Oh, still broke again. But overall, I think it might be time to probably start wrapping this video up. So, sum things up pretty much. Looking forward to a couple of collab projects with people. If you have any suggestions at all, just send me a message. I'm pretty open to a lot of ideas. Probably mostly YouTube, music stuff, that sort of stuff. Still learning a lot of things, so it'll take me some time. Still working on the capture stuff. Game DVR at the moment seems to be the best that I got, so I'm just going to roll with that for the moment because that just seems to be pretty solid. It works, and that's all I care really. It works, and Audacity records my audio in the background, so I wanted to combine both my video and mic audio into one file with a video, but at the moment I can't do it whilst it's recording. I have to do it separately in two places, so I'm just going to give up for that and just use Audacity, which a lot of people do, in the background, and then combine it as one file when they go to upload it. So that's pretty straightforward for me. Yeah, so wish me luck for tomorrow anyway. I'll see how quick this video uploads to my Google Photos. If it's really slow, it'll be tomorrow morning when I've probably already done my testing. If it's really quick, it'll be tonight, and I'll have it processed and up tonight so you guys can watch. So you get a bit of idea what's happening. Yeah, but I think that's probably about it, really. I think think a video about an hour long is well and truly full enough rambles. Got to see a bit of Goat Sim, which is all you know is a pretty awesome little game. So I think it might be time to call an evening, I'd say. So this is Yume Miku 39p signing off for the evening. Good night and have a good one.